Well, blessed afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to my channel. For those that are new watching this video for the first time, my name is Natural or Mutesi or Nokukanya. My channel is about uprooting. Well, I won't say solely about, but it is focused on uprooting, moving from the United States of America, United Snakes of America, and into the desire of your heart. That's pretty much what it is about. My loves of my life have always been Africa or the Caribbean. Africa or the Caribbean, always. So, my name is Natural. Welcome. My name is Mutesi. It's the name that they gave me when I lived in Rwanda, East Africa in 2013. I'm sorry, 2018, just a couple years ago. And Nokukanya comes from South Africa. In 2014 and 16, I lived there for 2 years, and they named me Nokukanya. Nokukanya means light. And I lived in a village with no electricity and no running water. So if I was the light, you better know that I am honored. And in Rwanda, I'm sorry, I'm sucking on a piece of ginger. In Rwanda, they named me Mutesi. It means one who is loved by many. I'm telling you, tears flowed everywhere because at that point, they had only been around me about maybe 45 days. And I wasn't even speaking the Kinyarwanda language that clear. As a matter of fact, I got a call from East Africa, Rwanda. We say Rwanda, but it's Rwanda. I got a call from my friend. So I just want to say welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you're considering or thinking about it or just ever had a thought, or if you've done it, congratulations. If you ever had a thought, congratulations, because it got to start somewhere. Before we find our truth and find our freedom, it has to start somewhere, you know? So congratulations, you're here. You're gathering up the information now. But what I wanted to talk about today, I won't be long. This won't be a long video, but it will be a powerful and meaty one. You know, the meat and the potatoes. So I wanted to talk about a word that when I first heard it, I was not familiar with it. And I was, I guess, a little, not really too embarrassed because I'm one that asks questions, but I was in so much pain at the time that, you know, pain will like paralyze you. Pain, fear, that paralyze you. So I was in so much pain at the time, I couldn't even ask the question, what does that mean? So when I first heard the word sabbatical, I know what it is now. I just took a 30-day sabbatical back in January. I went to a country that I hadn't visited in 13 years. And that's a whole nother topic, but it's so important. It puts clarity on things. It helps you come to your truth. It helps you understand your movements and why you do what you do and how you need to do it. It's a beautiful experience. If you have not taken a sabbatical, people, you must. So I'm gonna ask you right here to please like and subscribe and share if you would please, because this is really good, pertinent information for people, not for everybody, but for people who are interested in uprooting themselves one day. And please don't wait for nobody to travel with you, because that's the one sure way that you will never get anywhere, waiting for somebody to travel with you. So anyway, I was approaching 40. I was approaching 40, and I'm 57 now. I was approaching 40, 39, 40, maybe a couple months. And I was pregnant. And I was never really fertile. Like, I wasn't the most fertile woman in the world. But I'm telling you, I was pregnant, and I knew this was my last shot at excuse me, at carrying. So I can thank the creator today for carrying Salat Ajay. But I knew it was my last shot. So anyway, made it to 5 months, couldn't find a heartbeat, and the rest is history. So after I had pulled myself through that pain, now I was still in that pain, but I said, I'm pulling up out of this. I got to because it was too heavy. It was that kind of pain that would have took you all the way under if you waddled in it too long. So I got myself together enough, and a friend had called me out of nowhere. A friend I had known for 30 plus years, literally, had got deported back to his country and called me out of nowhere after I lost the baby and so forth and so on. And I said, after I get myself together, it's pain enough to just pull myself out of this fetal position, I'm going to come and visit you. I said, I'm going to come and visit you just because I've been knowing you for 30-something years. I've talked to this Aunt Cora on the phone several times. Matter of fact, asked her, can I stay in her house? Because I don't want to live like a tourist or go to a hotel. It'd be my first time traveling. Not my first time traveling with myself, because I had been to Jamaica and other places that I thought I would have lived. But Antigua turned out to be the first place I lived. So now in the meantime, I didn't just lose the baby. I was working as a program coordinator, which is a really nice position for those that are in the human service field and you know the whole group home, the whole group home facility thing, you know, the mentally challenged, disabled, you know. Well, I was the supervisor of the staff. I made sure staff got filled. Good position. I had just bought my home, lived in it about 4.5, 5 years through a first-time home buyer program. And I was in university. Getting my bachelor's degree, my first degree in human service, and I was taking care of a sister who was HIV positive, and I had visiting nurses coming. So my life was really, really full and, you know, pregnant, like I said. So when that happened, the loss of the baby, and my mother was dying, all of that was happening same time, like one big ball. So I went to Springfield College then, but now it's called University Springfield. If anybody knows Springfield, and if any of my professors ever hear me on this video, I want you to know that I appreciated you so much. I'm telling you, we had the best professors ever. They were intelligent. They were highly educated. They were of African descent, all of them. Maybe one, yes, a doctor. And I loved her. She wrote me a letter for the way I travel around the world now. Stang, that was her name. She might as well be black. She can hear this too. That was my girl. But when it all happened, is what I'm saying. I had all these powerful people around me. They brought me these beautiful bouquet of flowers that I don't ever remember them dying, and that's the truth. One professor came to me and she said, you really need to take a sabbatical. I was in so much pain, but I heard her. I was like, what's a sabbatical? So long after I got myself together, not even me going to Antigua, living there for 3 years, I finally said, I'm going to research and find out what sabbatical is. It's a long staycation. Enough time to get yourself together. If you ever go and visit a country and stay only 1 week and you thinking about living somewhere, you're doing yourself a disservice. Vacationing and being a tourist and living somewhere is two totally different things. And living in another country, two totally. So if you're considering leaving the country like I did, you might want to go for more than 7 days. If you can get 30 days to a month in, even if you can get 15 days to a month or 2 months or 90 days, that's a sabbatical. because there's no way you can get a feel of the culture and the people and the language and the love of another country in 1 week. It ain't gonna happen. And this is coming from somebody who's been traveling and living abroad since 2000. Well, really, let me see, 97, 98, 89, 2000, since 2000. I'm talking visiting many countries and decided to live abroad finally in 2006. So traveled all around from 2000 to 2006 and made a decision, a conscious decision. But I want to focus on this sabbatical because I'm thinking, because so many people keep asking me, Natural, you ain't know nobody? Like, how you do it? Like, where your money come from? Like, how you take care of yourself? You ain't afraid? Not afraid of what? I told you in the last video, I'm a grateful recovering addict. After the Creator spared me my life, there is nothing else for me to be afraid of. Active addiction is the most horrific part of my life I've ever experienced. It's over for me. It's over for me. All I got to do is never pick up a drink or a drug one day at a time for the rest of my life. And I ain't got to never live like that. I believe that. I believe that. So, that sabbatical might be the answer. Because I was figuring out, because I told y'all almost every part, and any part that you need further details in, you know I'm willing to share it with you. A sabbatical might be your solution. I didn't know what it was when I heard it. But take a sabbatical. Do a 30-day sabbatical somewhere if you want to go. Do a 15-day, 20-day sabbatical. If you're thinking about going to live somewhere, let me tell you what I did. And I told you in a couple videos back. When I went to Antigua, I said to this friend that called me, the baby just died. I'm still in all this pain. I said, when I get myself together, he was just being deported. He wasn't even there yet. He said, we would love to have you. He asked Aunt Corbin. She said, sure, she can stay in the house. So I took 2 weeks and I went to Antigua. And when I stepped off that plane, and I'm not exaggerating, not one bit. See, you got to be in tune. You got to be in tune some kind of way so you can connect with that kind of experience when you have it. When I stepped off that plane in Antigua and my foot hit the ground, everything in me said, you're going to live here. I tried to ignore it because I said, maybe I'm just on vacation. Well, I ended up living there for 3 years. I came back. After a couple of weeks, and I resigned from that good program coordinator job I'm telling you about. It was well over. I was 40-something thousand a year. That was good back then. You know, hey, that was good back then. So I resigned from that job. And then I sold my home. I told you I lived in it about 4.5, 5 years. Through a first-time home buyer program, I sold it. Got the check. Sold everything in it. I had just bought brand new leather furniture that I had wanted for a couple years, and I had finally got it, laid it away, and got it beautiful. My friend Donna ran over there and said, that furniture, yo. And she got it. And I never looked back. I went and lived in Antigua and Barbuda, one of the most beautiful islands we have. And 108 square miles. It's actually smaller than where I live now. Grenada's 138 square miles. So just beautiful. 3 years as a grade 6 school teacher, and I never seen it coming. Now, you know, my goal, one of my goals in life, you know, when you set goals when you're younger, you try to figure out what you want to be. I always wanted to be a school teacher, but I was never it. I'm telling you, my bachelor's degree in Springfield University took me all around the world. Now, I just got these 2 master's degrees. Well, I ain't got the second one yet. I'm in my 5th term of a second master's degree, but my bachelor's has taken me pretty far. 2 parts of Africa, a couple islands. I became a grade 6 school teacher out of nowhere just because I had put it out to the universe as a child. Be mindful. It's called mindfulness. Be mindful of what you put out to the universe. Put it out there. Have a conversation with your ancestors. Stop acting like you don't know them. They have guided you this far. You better chat with them and get their permission. I became a school teacher, so my grade 6, oh man, special part of my life. So anyway, I just want to say there is nothing that you can't do, because it's the if it's the desire of your heart, and I mean this, y'all, if it's a desire of your heart and you profess it and put it out to the universe, like I'm doing now about another situation, I'm about to make that happen. My ancestors about to allow that to happen for me. Put it out there, y'all. If it's your dream, matter of fact, let me know what country you've always dreamt about living in. What would be your first option? Because mine was always Africa or the Caribbean. I didn't know which Caribbean. I didn't know it was going to be Antigua and Barbuda. Well, I thought I was going to be Jamaica, because that's all I knew. Jamaica was my Africa. Put in the chat below. I would sure like to know, if you could, the desire of your heart, the dream all your life. I don't care if your husband won't get up and go right now. I don't care what it is. You ain't got the courage to get on a plane. You afraid of flying. You don't know how you're going to take care of yourself. I'm not asking you all that. I'm talking about the desire of your heart right now. Put it down in the chat box. Let me know. What would your country be? Because I'm well pleased with mine then, and I'm well pleased to the countries in between, and I'm well pleased with the one now where I'm a dual citizen. Imagine that. The desire of your heart. What would your country be? Where will your first sabbatical be? Love and respect. Until next time.